Through my work, you shall transcend.
G'day everyone, what is going on? It is your favorite producer from Down Under, Jhin, back with another video. And in this one, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a hard-hitting beat for artists such as NARDO WICK or EST inside of FL Studio. If you are new here, would greatly appreciate it if you do punch that subscribe button for me. And while you're at it, flick that little notification bell so you get notified every single time that I do upload a video. Friendly reminder as well that I stream live over on Twitch, so if you do want to chuck me a follow over there, would greatly appreciate that too. But with that being said, let's get into FL Studio and let's deconstruct this beat. Okay, so here we are inside of FL Studio, and to begin with, when you are making dark, hard-hitting beats for artists such as NARDO WICK or EST, you obviously need some really good sounds. Now for this beat, we are only using 3 instruments. We have 2 analog lab presets, and we have a piano coming in from Kontakt. Now, the first preset from Analog Lab 5 comes from the Ghostland preset bank, and we are using this emergency room preset. Now, the pattern with it is just really simple. We are making an ARP in the key of D minor, and we also are at a BPM of 150. All we're doing is we're just copying, pasting over and over and over again for the first 8 bars. For the next 8 bars, we actually pitch it up the octave. In context, this is what the emergency room preset sounds like. Going on to the next element, we have Kontakt coming in, which is where we use the piano, which is the basic pure preset from the Neo Pure Kontakt bank. Now, all we're doing with this one is something really simple. It is not that complicated. We're just laying down the root note, which is the key of D in 2 octave ranges. As you can see, we have D2 and D3. In context, this is what the piano sounds like. Really simple, but it's just to make it feel like it's hitting a little bit harder. And as you can see with the velocities as well, they're boosted all the way to the max because I really wanted it to hit really hard in the mix. Going on to the next instance of Analog Lab, the preset that we're using from this one is the Digital Tech, and that one comes from the Producer Grind Experiment Club preset bank. And we're doing the exact same pattern as the first Analog Lab. The only difference is we've pitched this one up an octave, and we're actually just keeping it on the 1 octave range. We haven't actually pitched the second half up or down, as you can see, but in context, this is what it sounds like. Now that part, that melody actually comes in the second part of the hook, just to make it feel like it's hitting a little bit harder, and then we do have it coming in throughout the whole beat every now and then. As you can see here, you know, we have it at the second part of the intro, second part of the hook, we have it playing for the verse, then we cut out and we literally just repeat it. Going on to the drums though, I've kept it really simple. First drum that we have coming in is this snare from the Tri-Freeze Atlanta kit, and it's just playing a really simple pattern. Context, this is what the snares sound like. And it just repeats itself for the next 4 bars. Really simple. Going on to the hi-hats. Now I used a MIDI kit from J Cactus's The Volt drum kit. And if I remember, that one's called LV, if I remember correctly. But in context, this is what the hi-hats sound like. Going on to the next element, we do have this counter snare coming in, or this snare being used as a percussive element. This one is the smoke snare from the Tri-Freeze Culture kit, and the pattern with that one, so simple, straight to the point, sounds like so. Not that much happening with that one, but as you can see at the top, we do have it looping by the bar. Then we do have this other snare come in that plays on the second part of the 8-bar loop. It plays at the very end, and in context just sounds like so. Now, the way that we've actually programmed that is, as you can see with the velocity, it's working its way down. But if we go to the panning, as you can see, we start with soft panning going left and right, but by the end of it, we've got hard panning. So one is playing in the left, one is playing in the right. Going on to the next element, we do have the 808 coming in. Now, the pattern with this one is so simple because we did keep it on the key of D. The only thing that we change is every now and then we do have a D6 coming in where we've actually played the 808 an octave up, just to make it sound like it's hitting a bit harder. In context, it sounds like so. Going on to the next element though, we do have this woo perk coming in, which comes from the Tri-Freeze Culture Kit. All I did was I turned off loop points and I flicked on ping pong loop, and we're just laying down a really simple pattern that sounds like so. Kind of sounds like it's a scratching effect, but being used by a perk. And as you can see with the velocity, with the second part over here, we did actually turn it down a little bit. So it kind of gave it that natural delay vibe as well. The next element that we have coming in is an open hat. That one just sounds like so. Practically just being used as a reverse swell. Going on to the next percussive element, we do have another open hat. As you can see with the velocities, we're changing them. It's going down, so it's kind of being used as a delay. And in context, it just sounds like so. If you're wearing headphones, you would also pick up that the hats are actually panned as well. If we go to the panning part, as you can see, one's panned to the left, the other one's panned to the right. That's something I can strongly suggest when it comes to the mixing part. Panning is one of the greatest ways that you can actually bring room into your beat. If everything's just playing straight down the middle or playing in the exact same area, it's just going to sound bland and boring. Doing panning is actually a way that you can actually make your beats feel more lively as well, and make it just feel like there is more happening even though there's not much happening. Going on to the final percussive element, that is the kick pattern, and it's just so simple, sounds like so. Really simple, and the kick that we're using for this one is the Dior kick from the Tri-Freeze Culture Kit. If you want to download that one, I'll be leaving a link to his YouTube channel and to his YouTube video as well. The guy is honestly a madman with what he does. But in context, this is what all the piano or all of the drums sound like. Really simple, hard hitting, but it's something that I really liked with this beat. Going on to the effects, really simple, not that much happening with them. We do have this Arise come in, which comes from the Prod by HC Goat kit. Sounds like so. That's practically been used as the transition to signal, hey look, one part is ending, another part is about to begin. We do have this Katana effect come in. We have this Storm effect. This go-to effect, which I have been played when it goes from the verse to the kind of like the pre-hook or the bridge practically. And obviously we need the producer tag.
Through my work, you shall transcend.
But yeah, that is how you can make a really simple yet really hard, dark-hitting beat for artists such as NARDO WICK or EST inside of FL Studio. If you are new here, yet again, would greatly appreciate it if you do punch that subscribe button. While you're at it, click that little notification bell so you get notified every single time that I upload a video. Friendly reminder again that I stream live over on Twitch, so if you do want to chuck me a follow over there, would greatly appreciate that one also. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next week for another video.